Hello everybody. This is Diaspora Tips, and we're going to bring to you three gentlemen, who have been in the UK for a combined 50 years. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
And we have had a journey, quite a very eventful journey. I will introduce myself first, then I'll give to my friends. So my name is Steve Amenya. I am a cybersecurity professional, and I've been in the UK for close to 15 years now.
Yeah, and my name is Joshua Ngaresa. I think I've been here probably 15 to 16 years, and I'm a chartered accountant.
Well, my name is Dr. Isaiah Oino. I have been in the UK for the last 21 years. I'm an academician at University of London, SOAS.
Cool. So you can see these gentlemen, from what they're saying, we are all professionals, and but we've had a journey to the moment that we are in right now. We hatukuingia UK as these professionals working this 9 to 5 jobs, white collar. We've all had a very interesting journey, and you'll hear from these gentlemen. And that journey has taken us from all kinds of jobs. We've had to moonlight. We've had to do more than one job at a given time. And throughout that journey, we've picked some very important lessons, which you're going to share with our Kenyans in the diaspora. Whether you are in the US, whether you are in Perth in Australia, whether you're in Toronto, Canada, whether you're in Nottingham, UK, whether you're in Germany, this is going to be relevant for you. And it's going to get even more interesting towards the end. So stay tuned. Let's go.
This is where we are now, but this is probably not where we've been. I think most of the people, especially folks coming abroad for the first time, you may be surprised. What do you do? I have done various jobs, so I'm a chartered accountant now, but I wasn't a chartered accountant when I came in, so I have done different jobs, and I think that's probably an advice I would give anybody coming in. Whatever job you find to do it to your best. It builds a lot. And working hard, yes, it gives you skills, experience, networking, and that's how it starts. So there's a lot to, don't discriminate anything, just work.
Well, it takes me all the roads to when I was sweeping in Enfield Market when I came to the UK in the year 2003. I was sweeping in Enfield Market. Trust me. Una sweep, unatafuta coins zenye wamedraw. Yeah. And trust me, it kept me going. I've done cleaning. I've done sweeping in the market, sweeping on the road. I have done kitchen porter.
Agency.
Unafanya kazi, kuna chakula mzuri, but by the time you finish, you're given food, you're not even interested in that. You just want to go home. But that was necessary. It was necessary to keep me going all these years, and we'll see it was worthwhile.
True. Hata mimi nimesukuma cleaning. Me by then cleaner, my first CV kwa cleaning ilikuwa nimeandika I enjoy doing manual work. That was like my core thing. After that nimefanya care, nimefanya support. Hakuna kitu sijafanya, nimefanya kitchen porter.
Wow.
So unakula? Nilikuwa natonga hiyo chicken mse. After doing, because in a school, schools do give people good food here in the UK.
Wow.
Joshua, I know you've even been in football matches.
Yes, I tell you, it's one of those best experiences. I've worked in all the biggest stadiums in the UK. Call them Chelsea, for example, Arsenal in the Emirates, Wembley, and I've had that little luck of meeting with people that most people would die to meet. I've met all the professionals, the managers, for example. I've worked with them. So it's been a good experience. What was I doing there? Just security, for example. I've been a bouncer.
Oh, wow.
You look at me now, probably my muscles have gone down. But so it is... looking at it overall, you look at it, every work does count. It puts money on the table, it pays your bills, and it forms part of the basis of where you want to go.
Absolutely. So what's the one thing?
Quite crucial.
What's the one thing you could advise what's the diaspora, especially the new ones, or even the older ones? What's the one thing you could advise them from your lessons here in the UK?
Really, it's quite a lot. If I was probably to write, it will be a long list of experience gained along this time. But if I was to pick one, just one, it will have to be when you are new in the diaspora. By all means, whichever means it takes, be part of a community.
Absolutely.
You see,
Yeah.
belong somewhere. Don't just come and lock yourself so that you are operating between work and your room, sleeping, not knowing what's happening. Things move very fast. So if you go to the diaspora, there will be communities. It is good to be part of a community, but it is even better to be part of a Kenyan organized community.
Yeah.
So if you go, for example, wherever you go in any part of the world, there will be a Kenyan group. Kenyans in Sydney, for example, Kenyans in Toronto, Kenyans in Texas, Kenyans in London. If you go to Germany, there will be Kenyans in Berlin. If you go to Poland, there will be Kenyans in Warsaw. So wherever you are, belong to a community.
Be active.
Be active.
Likana na watu.
You know, don't just put your name down and disappear.
Yeah.
Participate, put your hand in. That's then you get an opportunity to network. That's where jobs are shared. You know,
Absolutely.
most of the jobs I did is meeting people in Kenya, those communities, and says, "Oh, there's work here. Come and do it." Even career-wise, that's where you get advice. If you have a challenge, that's where you talk. If you are having difficulties, that's where you meet people. Which communities then? Apart from those, we also have social events, for example, which are organized especially in various countries. You would have them in the summer and in the winter, Jamhuri Day celebrations, for example. Just come in.
Kenyans in the park.
And then we also have churches, you know. In other countries, for example, you would have a special church for Kenyans, you know. We have Kenyan groups, for example, church organizations, even particular groups, for example, for a specific group. Traders, Kenyan traders, for example. We have a special group for that. Kenyan nurses, for example, Kenyan doctors. So there will always be a group. So by all means, belong to one of those. And join a Sacco. We have Saccos in the diaspora. Join a Sacco. Save with other Kenyans together.
Wow.
Hiyo itakuokolea mbele sana.
Sana.
No wonder they say your network is what? It's your network.
Yeah.
But what is very important, as you stay in the Kenyan community, do not be distracted. Because sometimes, yes, you can be part of the community, but you get distracted. Stay focused. What brought you here? What took you to the US? What took you to the Australia? In the UK? Anywhere where you've gone. Stay focused. If it's education, make sure you complete your education. If it's to do with work commitment, and make sure that you execute that objective very well. But also, as you stay focused, make sure you upskill yourself.
Muhimu sana.
Kuna ma certificate nyingi, right? And there are quite a lot of sponsorship you can get from various universities. The one is your oyster. Your one is your oyster, but only if you upskill the skills that you have from Kenya.
Yeah.
Very important.
And just to add on that, you see, people can come here and get discouraged because you've done your BS degree from Kenya.
Yeah.
You come here, you are a banker, for example. Then you come here, you don't get a banking job.
Yeah.
That does not mean that your road is finished. Keep looking at other alternatives, for example. You can be an accountant. You can join big four firms.
Yeah.
You can do technically everything. And not only that, these governments has opportunities. The courses, some of them are free. You know, and not only that, there are opportunities where even companies are looking for people to train.
Yeah.
Especially in the current climate of AI, companies are looking for people to train on software development, for example, data, big data. You know, so you come here and you stay in your house. Nobody will know you there. Nobody will know that with all your skills, you are just there. So, by all means, as you said, upskill, stay focused.
And there are opportunities for you to train vocational vocations like maybe plumbing or electrician, which in Kenya are not considered that highly, but here in the diaspora, wherever you are, those are very critical opportunities to train. So, and some of them are even given free by local organizations. They are available for you to train for free, and then you can get yourself in a very rewarding profession.
And we have tuko na hiyo tabia ya kudharau kazi, you know. Here what you will discover, it doesn't really matter. People are proud what they are doing. People can go to TV and say, what do you do? I'm a plumber. Plumbers sometimes they make more money than somebody who is wearing a suit and goes to the office. So ile tabia ya kudharau ati I'm a cleaner, I do this, wachana na. Once you cross the river, just know that every job is quite important. Upskill yourself. Courses are free and there's lots of jobs, especially for hizo vitu umeongea, plumbing. You know, if I had an opportunity and I had the skills, you know, yeah, but that's my advice, really.
But whatever you do, keep moving.
That's right.
Keep moving up. So if you're interested in terms of cleaning, there are quite a number of even vocational courses you can do on cleaning, and you become a professional cleaner.
On your company.
I know people who have done carpet cleaning courses and now they start their own company that does carpet cleaning.
Absolutely.
And they are making more money. So
keep moving.
And other businesses, we have, you know, these cuisines, people start their own
catering,
kitchens. That is a million industry. And it is, come here, start making your own Kenyan dishes. You will be surprised that the market is wide, you know. So don't be limited, you know. Usije ukajifunga ati I've just come, I will just do cleaning and that's it. Expand yourself. There are opportunities.
Absolutely. Now, coming to my most important thing that I've learned is that build your finances. Work on your finances. Don't be the kind of person who comes in and finds you're earning good money and then you start spending more than you earn. That will get you in trouble very quickly, and you are in temptation to do that because hapa majuu everything calls your name. Ukienda out, we're doing window shopping, you see things that are priced and you think I can afford this, and you find yourself that also you have to send money home. You know, black tax, you have to send money home. So by the time you balance all these things, you pay your rent, your bills, and you buy these good things, and maybe you treat your boyfriend, your girlfriend. By the time you finish all that, you find yourself spending more than you actually earn. And then that spirals one month to the other. That will not get you in a good place. So budget yourself, try to spend enough to leave you with something to save.
One other thing I wanted to say is there's something people call credit score.
Yes.
It is something, probably, if I put it simpler, it shows the power of your purchase. And that credit score is very important. When do you start building it? From day one. Immediately you land in the diaspora, think about it. How do I build my credit score? Register as a voter, for example, in some countries, that builds your credit score. Pay your bills in time. You know? If you are used maybe not to paying bills, you know, you can be coming from a place where you own your own house, so you don't pay rent. But then you come here, you realize, I have got to pay rent. Pay it in time. You know, keep yourself up to date. Then also the other thing is borrow and pay. Take an overdraft and pay. That shows that you are credit worthy. Banks or any financial institutions will trust you. They gave him last time, he paid. Next time you come back and they will do that. But I tell you, banks here are quite supportive. If your credit score is good. So it is something that you start building and think about.
But be careful not to overborrow because you end up straining financially. Unajua ukienda kwa shop utaweza nunua gari ya 50,000 pounds with only maybe 500 deposit and you're very happy. Oh, niko na gari nzuri. But you don't remember that there is a maintenance expense that you'll be paying. There's monthly repayment. There is insurance. there is quite a lot of expense that is associated with that.
Yeah.
And so you find yourself, you're straining so much. The little you're getting is being drained because you have so much outgoing. So it's very important that you budget and say, how much am I getting? How much am I putting aside for the purpose of the rainy days? And you call the black tax amount, how much am I going to send back home? Very important that you pay that.
There's one also other point I wanted to mention, especially for people who are coming from abroad.
Yeah.
Studies that have been done in Kenya, for example, majority of people don't have insurance. You know, we don't consider insurance as something very important. But when you land here, you will find insurance is key, especially life insurance.
Yeah.
You know, it's not something you wish, but it does happen. We lose loved ones, then what do? You know, those things can be quite costly when they happen, and they happen at a wrong time. They can happen when you don't have money completely, and that's where two things happen. You need to have an insurance, you know, but at the same time belong to our welfare. You know, belong to our community. Those do help.
Absolutely. Finances also is about working with other Kenyans. Don't be this person who goes and hires maybe a new flat somewhere. You're paying some exorbitant rent every month, when otherwise you could have teamed up with another Kenyan. If you're a single person, probably even if you're a family, you can get in some space that fits both of you, and then you can share the rent. And by so doing, that will help you to save, you know, a few $100, pounds, and that can actually really help your financial situation. So team up with other Kenyans, always prioritize saving. And when we say about saving, one organization that can help you become a good saver, upende usipende, is a Sacco. You know, a Sacco. For most Kenyans, sometimes when you struggle to save, or when you want some good, you know, support from people who actually belong to a community that encourages saving, a Sacco is the best option. Personally, and those here on this table, we are members of Stoke UK Diaspora Sacco since 2017.
Yes.
Thereabouts, yes. We've been members since 2017. And this is a Sacco that has members from all over the world. It has members from the UK, from the US, Canada, Australia, you know, all over Europe, lots of countries in Africa, Middle East, you know, big with Middle East members. And they encourage you to save a minimum of 10,000 shillings every month. So you can imagine, since 2017, saving a minimum of 10,000 shillings every month, that amounts to something. You know, at the end of the day, you find you've built up a saving of $500,000. Before you know it, you're going towards $1 million. And what does this help you with? Whenever you need to borrow credit, you know, remember, sometimes what brings most people down is that lack of access to credit, because you never know when you need the money. So sometimes maybe you need to renew your visa, you need to sponsor your child or your brother or sister to come and do a course here, or you need to help them come abroad. You need that amount of money that you can use to make a bank statement. If you go around borrowing, you might not be able to get the money on time. But if you have a reliable line of credit from a Sacco, then you can just go in there. They give you, from your million, you can go up to 4 times. They give you 4 million. That 4 million can make a very good bank statement, can pay fees, and then you can pay the Sacco back slowly. So belonging to a Sacco has been one of the best decisions I made since I came to the diaspora.
Yeah, I think I made the same decision to join a Sacco, and I can see the benefits. One other thing, it builds your capital. The truth is, banks in the diaspora, they don't do anything with your money. In fact, they go and benefit from it. But the Sacco benefits you. You know, you get interest at the end and you get dividends. And not only that, the Sacco has financial advice. You know, the Sacco would advise its members on how to deal with specific issues. Even in the countries they stay in, we have experts within Saccos, and members can engage them directly, informally, to ask questions about finances. So it's not just about belonging to a Sacco and saving. There's a lot that you benefit, because the Sacco brings all Kenyans with different levels of expertise, different areas, and that's where knowledge sharing builds capacity. You can imagine if I wanted to borrow from a bank in Kenya, the process and all those things, but because this is a diaspora Sacco, I'm a member in it. So I benefit from the interest, and I benefit from getting a loan. So it's a multi-way benefit. So I would say just save. Don't wait when you have excess to save. Just save even when you have less. saving should be your first priority because it comes handy at a very crucial time.
I'll call it, once you get paid, pay yourself. Pay yourself. If you look into, or you call somebody in Kenya, they will tell you their payslip is committed. Why? And they can send even the payslip and check the outgoings. Of course, they are committed via taking loans because they're developing themselves financially, but they have also a Sacco where every single penny they get, a portion of it is set aside. So pay yourself when you land into the UK or in the US or wherever you are. Make sure you pay yourself by setting aside a portion to your savings account.
Absolutely. Rich dad, poor dad, wisdom there. Yeah. Anything else that you'd like to share?
And only that, you see, what Saccos also can do, the Saccos give you a link between the diaspora and our organizations back home. The Saccos link, for example, government treasury bills. If you wanted to invest, they have that knowledge and information for you. Property, for example, we have Saccos doing property developments, for example, and they can build it for you. And then not only that, they give you money. And then you only need to worry about is paying your monthly contribution and repayment that you loan, and that's it. Within 3 years or 4 years, whichever period you agree with the Sacco. And Saccos are quite flexible, by the way, especially when you're a member. Within 6 years, you finished paying. You have your house, you see. So there's a lot of benefits that people need to look at. And that's why I still go to that point I said. By all means, belong to a community, and the Sacco becomes one of them.
That's a good one. But also something that I need to mention, just you, Steve, is that it's absolutely very important to ensure that you stay within the laws of the country where you are. I remember very well, back in the year 2005, kwa tunafanya kazi kwa factory. I think around 15 people were deported. Now, you were deported, unarudi vile umekuja. So imagine you've worked so much hard and you get deported back to your country because you're not within the laws of the country. If it's to do with the driving, make sure that you're driving it as required. Anything that you do, ensure that you stay within the laws of those countries. Please. Usikuje urudishe nyumbani bila chochote. Hiyo itakuwa aibu sana. Thank you.
That's right. And some of these laws, regulations we're talking, some of them look small, like driving here over speeding by 2 miles or, by 2 plus or minus 2 really. So those little things, and even the way you treat people, fighting or pushing somebody, that's a serious offense. It goes into your books. Some countries have different periods from which that affects you. For example, some countries have 6 years. It stays within your records. It's a red flag. So each employer, when they will be wanting to employ you, they will be looking at your record and say, this guy, he assaulted somebody. That is a black spot for 6 years. And it's quite small. Some things can be quite small. For example, not attending to your kids, parents, not attending to your kids is a crime, in Kenya, we are used, for example, you can leave your kids ukimbie sokoni urudi, but here
can be a huge thing.
You can't, so those small things, just stay within. If you don't know, ask. And that's one problem probably people have. You don't ask. If you can't ask, if you don't ask, you won't know. So ask, share, just
so wase ile style ya kutoka na gari ya mtu tumeendesha tu na watu you're not insured, the way people do in Kenya. At is you just try, you're testing it. At yeye umenunua gari mpya, acha ni test, utaingia kubaya really really bad. So you have to do things as per the book. That will be to your benefit, and it will help you avoid a lot of grief and a lot of stress. Lastly, I like to encourage guys that please, as you work hard, as you do those double shifts, as you do those back-to-backs, take a moment to take care of your health. because we've had lots of Kenyans in diaspora, well-meaning Kenyans who work really hard, but who just pass away suddenly. And unfortunately, we've had far too many cases like that one, where, a Kenyan in their prime, not even old, some people in their 20s, 30s, and you just hear that they just collapsed, or they went to sleep and they never woke up. I think in the diaspora, we have to be more deliberate about taking care of our health. How do we do that? Eat well, then take time to rest, sleep. Usikule mtu wa connect, unatoka hii shift to the other one. You can do that once, but when you're doing it throughout the week, it'll catch up with you. Your body may not show you, but at some point it'll just, our body is the way God made us. We need to have rest. We need to have sufficient water to drink, good food, eat balanced food. Sikuwe mtu wa KFC, unakula tu takeaway, unakimbia, unakula takeaway wengine, McDonald's, 24/7. Take time upike vizuri, pika ugali bana. Pika sukuma wiki, pika whatever, some good food, greens, balanced diet. Feed yourself well. Alafu, sleep well, have some time yenye you have your phone is off, your curtains are closed, and you're sleeping. Hakuna noise. Have deep sleep. And then take time to go out. Take your kids out. As you take your kids out to the park to play, where pia tembea around, have some fresh air, have some sunshine. Na hapa majuu, since people of color, we don't get enough vitamin D. Because in Kenya, ni jua kali. Everywhere you go, you're getting full service vitamin D. But here in the diaspora, we don't get that. So what happens? You end up being diagnosed with deficiency, vitamin D deficiency. So what do? The GP advises that you do vitamin D supplements. So talk to your GP. Don't take it from me. I'm not a medical practitioner. Talk to your GP and get advice on how much of that you need so that you get enough vitamin D in your system.
I wanted to add something about staying healthy. It's not just about physical health. There is one element which is growing in various countries now, especially in the diaspora, especially watu wamekuja kutoka majuu. There's the emotional health. You come here, you are under pressure already. The community has put pressure on you. Don't die for that. Balance it yourself. As one of my friends says, if you are going to uplift your community, if you are going to carry your family, you can only carry it when you are standing, not when you are fallen flat.
Absolutely.
So keep yourself standing by all means, staying emotionally healthy, because things can strain your health here, especially emotionally. Family issues, for example, quite common. Financial issues, for example, those can affect your emotional intelligence and your mental health. So seek advice. Do those things, especially the ones you said. Stay within your means, for example. Don't overborrow. Debt can kill you. Debt is a serious thing.
Yeah.
And seek help. Speak up. Especially, people say you have to be strong African man, stay strong. Don't say it's a sign of weakness. No, if you're having a mental challenge, speak up. Don't wait until it is too late and your people cannot help you. We have seen various cases where somebody don't talk, then all of a sudden, they've probably committed suicide,
Yeah.
because we never spoke up. And that still takes me back to my first point. If belong to a community, belong to a group, speak with people, and they will be able to help. So I think that is probably my parting shot.
Thank you.
My parting shot is this: do not sacrifice today's happiness for tomorrow.
Oh yes.
As much as we say it, take care of yourself. Make sure you set a portion of your money towards your savings. Look up at the community, but do not sacrifice today's happiness for tomorrow as part of taking care of yourself. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So there you had it from this gentleman here. We all belong to Stoke UK Diaspora Sacco. Dr. Ino is the chairman of Stoke UK Diaspora Sacco, and Mr. Joshua Ngeresa here is the treasurer, and I'm the honorary secretary, Steve Amenya. And we loved bringing this to you because we like to share to the community, to the impact the community, and share some of the knowledge that we've gained and experience that we've gained, accumulated over the years we've been here in the diaspora. So We hope that this has been beneficial to you. We will keep bringing you such insights in future. Please leave us a comment in the comment section and let us know whether you enjoy this content, what else you'd like us to speak about next time we meet like this. And if you are interested to join Stoke UK Diaspora Sacco, please visit our website, stokeukdiasporasacco.com, and there's full information there on how to become a member and how to join us. And also you can call our office on the number that is appearing here on the screen, as well as be able to visit our offices here if you're in Kenya. But we are a Sacco that is open to Kenyans from everywhere in the diaspora. Wherever you are, you can bank with us, and you can enjoy the fruits of being a member of a Sacco wherever you are. God bless you. Till next time, peace. See you later.
Join Stoke UK Diaspora Sacco today and take the first step towards your financial success. Flourishing together.